Have you ever looked around and felt like you just don't belong? Like the way you think, the way you feel, the way you move through this world just doesn't quite match the people around you. If that's you, you're not broken. You're not weird. You're different, and that's your power. In this video, I'm going to reveal 7 rare traits that show you're not like most people, and why that makes you a threat to mediocrity and a gift to the world. Let's get into it. 1. You think deeply about everything. Most people glide through life on autopilot. Quick decisions, shallow conversations, surface-level thinking. But not you. You pause. You observe. You question. You dig deep, not just into what happened, but why it happened and what it really means. Whether it's a comment someone made in passing or a massive life decision, you dissect it, not out of anxiety, but because your brain refuses to accept anything at face value. Sure, people might say you overthink, but they don't realize this is your superpower. This kind of depth. It's rare, and it sets you apart in a world that's too busy scrolling to reflect. 2. You're comfortable being alone. When others run from solitude, you walk straight into it. Not because you're antisocial, but because you understand yourself. You don't need noise, validation, or constant company to feel whole. You recharge in silence. You grow in solitude. Where others see being alone as loneliness, you see it as freedom. Freedom to think, to build, to just be. And this self-reliance, it's one of the clearest signs you're not like the rest. 3. You're empathetic, to a fault. You don't just hear people. You feel them. You can walk into a room and immediately sense who's hurting, even if they're hiding it behind a smile. You take on other people's pain like it's your own. You listen, not to reply, but to understand. And while this makes you someone others lean on, it also makes you vulnerable. Because when you care deeply, it's easy to forget about your own needs. But don't let that make you cold. Just remember, your empathy is a gift. It's just one you have to protect with strong boundaries. 4. You challenge the status quo. You're not the type to blindly follow rules just because that's how it's always been. You ask questions that make people uncomfortable. You challenge systems. You break patterns. You resist conformity. Some people might label you as rebellious or difficult, but the truth is, you're necessary. Because without people like you, the world would never change. Your refusal to settle is what drives progress. And while it might isolate you at times, it's also what will lead you to greatness. 5. You see potential where others see problems. When most people see walls, you see doors. When they see chaos, you spot opportunity. Your mind is wired for possibility. You don't just look at what is, you see what could be. You lift people up. You solve problems creatively. You believe that even the darkest situation has a crack of light, and you chase that light relentlessly. This mindset doesn't just make you different, it makes you a leader. 6. You value quality over quantity in relationships. You don't care about being liked by everyone. You care about being understood by a few. You're not drawn to the crowd. You're drawn to connection. Real, raw, unfiltered connection. While others chase clout, likes, and popularity, you seek authenticity. And that's why your relationships, though few, are unshakable. People might call you reserved, but the truth is, you just have higher standards. 7. You embrace change instead of fearing it. Most people cling to comfort like a safety blanket. You run toward the unknown. New city, new job, new challenge. You say, let's go. Because you know that change is where growth lives. And no matter how uncertain the path is, you trust yourself enough to walk it anyway. This courage to evolve, to keep transforming when others stand still, that's what makes you unstoppable. So, if you saw yourself in these 7 traits, know this. You're not average. You're not meant to blend in. You're meant to lead, to build, to question, to feel, to change things. The world might not always understand you, but it needs people like you. If this video hit home for you, don't just scroll. Drop a comment and let me know which trait resonated the most. Like it, share it, and subscribe for more content that speaks to who you really are. Because here, we don't water ourselves down. We grow, we level up, and we own every part of what makes us different. Stay rare, stay powerful, stay you.